we are doing another girl talk video, and I'm gonna just touch on a very sensitive subject, I would say, and everyone is gonna have their own opinion, so I'm definitely gonna disable the ratings because I have a feeling that everyone's gonna have a very strong opinion on what I say. But our first question is, should a girl wait for marriage to have sex? And honestly, like, my opinion is I think a girl should wait until marriage to have sex, but that's not very realistic nowadays. I know when I was a child, I wanted to wait until I was married, and the first guy I would ever have sex with was the guy that I married. But as I got a little bit older, I realized that that's not that practical, and there are a lot of girls that are going to be very strong about it and wait until marriage, but there's also hormones and, you know, having boyfriends that are tempting you and things like that, that's gonna maybe alter your decision on whether or not you're gonna have sex or not before marriage. So I don't know, I don't really have a really strong opinion either way. I think that you should do what you think is right, but I definitely think that you should wait until it's the right person, because you don't want to regret your first time. So I kind of just wrote down a few things that I thought would be important for your first time. So how do you prepare for your first time? So I'm just going to look down at my notes just so I don't not say anything I wanted to say. So I think you should, you know he's the right one, know that you really have strong feelings about him, possibly love him. I think you should love the first person you have sex with, and anyone that you have sex with you should definitely love. Also, don't make it like a 2-month relationship and be like, oh, I love him, I'm gonna have sex with him, because that's not very practical. And especially in high school, if you're gonna have sex with someone after 2 months, he's probably just gonna have sex with you and leave you. That doesn't happen in every case, but it does happen a lot, so you need to be careful on who you have sex with, especially because boys at that age, like between like high school and beginning of college, all they really think about is sex, and all they really think with is their penis. Let's be realistic now. So girls are a lot more emotional, and it's like their first time is really important, and guys are like, hey, I just want to lose my virginity. So you need to think about that and maybe decide, okay, I want to wait, see if he actually likes me. Because if you tell a guy, I want to wait a couple of months or a year or whatever, if he doesn't respect you and he says, I want to have sex now, and he's going to break up with you for it, then he's not the right one to have sex with. So you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's just kind of, you have to feel it out. Another thing is, I think you need to trust and respect, so that I kind of touched on that already. And then you need to be comfortable with yourself as well as with the person that you want to have sex with. So I think being comfortable with your body, being comfortable with him, and so that it's not uncomfortable when you first do have sex. Another thing that you need to be careful about is, I think everybody, if they're going to be having sex, should be using a contraceptive, whether it be birth control or condoms, anything, safe sex, no sex. I don't believe in having sex without, you know, a contraceptive, because let's be realistic, you can get pregnant. And you can get pregnant on your first time. It's very possible you can get pregnant without him actually coming inside of you. I know it sounds weird, and I know that sounds gross, but it's true. So, I would say talk to your parents, get on birth control. If your parents don't want to get you birth control, you can go to Planned Parenthood and get it yourself. I'm pretty sure. Just double check, and you can even go to your school counselor or nurse and see what your options are to getting birth control. And I know that they would probably be able to give you condoms also. I don't know. I never really touched on that. But basically, use condoms and use birth control. If not, use both. Like, that's the extra safe, and yeah, just use both. Another thing that you might want to be aware of is your insecurities. If you feel ugly, or if you don't like a certain part of your body, and you show that when you're taking your clothes off or being with someone, it's going to kind of alter your feelings when you're having sex. It's going to make you feel less confident, and that's going to make him feel less confident as well. So I know that was a really tough subject to touch on, but I think it's very important for girls to know, whether their first time be in high school or after that, and even your first time having sex with anybody, I think you should just be aware of your insecurities, how they feel, whether or not they just want to have sex with you, that type of thing. And I know it's just a subject that most people wouldn't talk about, but I am, and I hope you guys understand that I think it's important that girls know that, because some people don't have, you know, a role model or a parent or anything like that to talk to about it. So I hope that this helps, and please leave me any questions in the comments down below, and let me know how you feel about this topic. If you have any other questions, I can make another video, or I can just answer in the comments. And don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!